Jumping off the Golden Bridge is an easy way to die. The Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco is one of the most easily recognizable landmarks in the world and a marvel of engineering. But that's all overshadowed by the fact that it is one of the biggest suicide magnets in the world. It's estimated that about 30 people die every year after jumping off the bridge, but the numbers are only an estimate. There could be people who jumped without others seeing them, whose bodies were never recovered. One of the reasons so many people jump off the bridge is because they think it's a quick and easy way to commit suicide. Just one impact and it's all over immediately. However, autopsy reports have shown it may not be quite so easy after all. To begin with, around 5% of people actually survive the jump. To make matter worse, some people do survive the initial fall, but still die afterwards due to a combination of drowning and horrific injuries. Punctured lungs and bleeding brains are just some of the things a jumper can look forward to. There is another more pervasive myth, though, that is keeping the problem from being fixed, and it could even be helpful the suicide numbers increase. There really isn't much of a barrier to stop people from jumping, and behavioral scientists believe this is the main reason it is such a suicide magnet. Unfortunately, most people don't understand the psychology of suicide and think that if there were a barrier or net in the place to make it more difficult, that people would just commit suicide elsewhere, and erecting such a barrier would simply be a waste of taxpayer money. A study done on the subject of bridge suicide showed that was simply not true. Of the people who survived the fall of the Golden Gate Bridge, 90% of them did not go on to attempt suicide ever again. Suicide is usually a very spur of the moment action. As a matter of fact, many of the survivors even pointed to the ease with which one can jump off the bridge as part of their reasons for choosing the location and attempting suicide in the first place. Unfortunately, this second myth likely is indeed costing lives because not enough people think making the suicide attempt more difficult will help.